Hey everyone, it's Adam and Kathy, the vegan preppers, here to bring you another couple chat. Push the button. Do-do-do-do-do-do, vegan prepper. Do-do-do-do-do-do, vegan prepper. Well, today's couple chat is all about encouragement and hope. There's a lot of prepping channels right now talking about a lot of things going on in the world right now, because there are a lot of things going on in the world right now. I don't know that anybody needs another voice adding to that cacophony. So we're making a calculated decision to just have a hopeful and positive time full of encouragement that hopefully you will enjoy. It will uplift you and just help you along on your day. I think one of the main reasons that some people hesitate to get into prepping, or they don't want to, is honestly overwhelming feelings, like feelings of overwhelm.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Right, like being like, oh my gosh, and then like getting so paralyzed that like with fear or with decision paralysis, or that they just end up kind of putting their heads in the sand, like rather than like taking steps.
Yeah, and Kathy did a video on prioritizing preps, and you know, that can be a very helpful video to watch. But I think, yeah, for me, when we started kind of getting down this road, we were watching a lot of videos, and you kind of get overwhelmed by the amount of things that you can do and the amount of items and tasks that there are that are possibilities to add to your preps. And you know, we've got finite money and finite time, and if we had tons of either of those, then it would be a lot easier. But I mean, especially time, some of the stuff is just so time intensive, it can get a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
But
Just one step at a time. Right?
Yeah, just picking something and doing it, and any prep is better than no prep.
Right. I agree 100%. That's basically how all of our preps have been. I don't feel like any of our preps have really been perfect, or what other people might consider perfect, but it's just like one little thing at a time, and we got pretty far, and we're always on that journey. I don't know that we'll ever feel like we have arrived, but there's always a place to improve.
Maybe when I figure out composting.
We're working on a new system right now. It's hard here. I think we have some things. Everything seems harder here, but everywhere has their own challenges.
Yeah.
But anyway, right, cool.
This bird outside is so interesting.
Yeah, I've been kind of eyeing the bird, the corner of my eye. We have our garden is right out here, and we are at the time of day when all of the birds are visiting, and they're really cute because our drip system waters. And there will be like random little spots where a little tiny stream of water will create like a just like a little collection of droplets on top of certain plants, and so the birds love to come and sit on those plants and then drink the little droplets, and it's adorable. So there's a lot of good stuff to watch. There's just a lot of beautiful things always happening in the world that doesn't end up on the news.
Yeah.
So anyway, actually, you have a story about that.
Yeah.
That was
our great transition.
Our encouraging story, also kind of about birds.
Yeah.
Adam has a great story.
So I was running yesterday, and I was going down one of the canal paths here in the hot country, and there was a lady on the other side of the canal, and she had this bucket, and I was trying to figure out what she was doing. Like, is she collecting water from the canal or something? I don't know how you do that, because the canals are kind of gross. People put trash in them because people put trash in things. But they're kind of yucky. But she's over there with this bucket, and as I run up, she asked for my help, and I run over and I ask what I can do for her, and she says, if I go down into the canal, will you help me get back out? And okay. And then she explains to me why she would do such a thing. She had a bucket full of baby ducklings. And basically what happens is their house is right next to the canal, and the ducklings manage to become separated from their parents. So one of the things she does is she gathers up these little ducklings, and then she takes them and puts them back with the parents, just so they don't get separated. And it was going to be a long walk for her to go all the way around to the next street to get over the canal. So she's like, I'll just go through. So absolutely, I will help you with that task. But so she jumped in, and it was way deeper than she thought, and I pulled her out the other side. And yeah, sure enough, she's got this bucket full of little fuzzy ducklings. And yeah, we just talked for a minute about that's just something they do.
She and her husband?
Her and her husband, yeah, collect these little ducklings and make sure that they don't get separated and harmed. So, and I don't know, I don't know how that situation normally plays out, but I thought it was pretty cool that they were taking that little task to make the world a better place for some little animals. And
yeah, I found myself, like, even though I have a generally positive outlook, like I force it, honestly, because I feel like it's easy to be jaded and it's easy to be negative. That's easy. Like, there's no effort involved in becoming pessimistic and negative.
Yep.
In this world. You don't need to try at all to do that. But yeah, I kind of force myself to look at things positively, and I don't know, I just found myself so encouraged. Those are the kinds of stories I love to hear. It's like people kind of like now I'm trying to think of the line from the Incredibles movie. Average citizens, average heroes. Like, still like working to make the world a better place. You know, like I forget exactly what the line is, but it was talking about after the superheroes went into hiding because they had to. But yeah, there are people all over the world, everywhere, still doing little things like that without getting recognized, without getting, you know, I mean, and it's not like necessarily like she's a hero because she's saving ducks, but you know, I mean, it's kind of heroic to those little ducks, I'm sure, but
yeah, she's doing something that doesn't have to be done.
Right. Just out of sweetness, out of desire to make something nicer. So yeah, tons of people like that still exist on this earth, and they are not what makes the news. They're not what people will talk about, because bad news spreads way faster and farther than good news does. And so yeah, I just thought, as soon as you told me that story, I was like, oh my gosh, you have to tell that at the couple chat. We have to. But yeah, I don't know. What is something, do you do a thing? Oh, you do too. I was trying to think of like your secret hero work. You pull nails out of the road.
Yep. That
is something that I have seen you do like more times than I can count at this point. We'll just be driving, and all of a sudden, obviously, if it's safe, he'll stop the car or stop the truck, and then he'll pop out and run out to the road, grab a nail out of the road, and then come back and keep going, because you don't want somebody to end up with a flat tire.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sucks getting a flat tire. And
yeah. Especially here.
It's 110 degrees outside, and the road temperature is about 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, yeah, it's something I started doing a long time ago, and especially if I'm out running alongside the roads, I pick up nails all the time. Hundreds of nails. So
yeah. So yeah, who knows how many flat tires you have prevented? And yeah, nobody knows.
Yeah.
They just don't get a flat tire that day.
Yep.
Yeah. It's cool.
Glad to help.
Yeah.
Kathy picks up gum.
Oh yeah. I do.
I'm like, ew.
Well, I don't like, I mean, not like in an unsanitary way. Like I hunt for something in my purse. If I have like a piece of paper or like a receipt, you know, like rip off a piece of a receipt, and if it's like a fresh piece of gum, and it is uncanny how many pieces of gum I come across like that. It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like it is stupid, but yeah, that's like my personal mission in life is.
She'll go find a leaf or something if she doesn't have a piece of paper on her.
Yes, I will.
She'll make sure that it gets into a place that's not gonna get stuck to your shoe.
Right. And then the leaf is oftentimes also my solution. Like if it's already kind of melted and like if I go to pick it up and it stretches and like it still has residue, then I will stick a leaf on top of the gum just to avoid people getting gum in their shoes. Because that just stinks so much to get gum in your shoes.
Yeah.
But yeah, isn't that funny? And I'm sure that you do more things. I'm sure I do more things, but that's I think the thing that comes to mind first is
Consistently things that we do. Yeah.
yeah, and it's amazing probably how many nails you find, how many pieces of gum I find. I feel like that's something though, like, isn't that funny? And then like that lady with the ducks, and I don't know if she's a Christian or not, like if you know, but I feel like there's just like God cares about the little things, I think anyway.
Yeah.
It's like a point like where he puts it on people's hearts to do silly little missions. So actually, I would love to hear in the comments if us talking about this made you think of something that you like to do in your own life. And it's not showing off. I just genuinely like, I want to hear like the little random missions that other people have in their lives that they do to try to like make things better. And so yeah, like God has sent me forth to pick up fresh pieces of gum so they don't. And again, it is like unreal how often I walk by and I look down and boom, there's like a fresh piece of gum. Nobody stepped on it, like it just hit the pavement, and I get it. So many people walking around who did not get gum in their shoes because of me. So
Cool if people would stop putting gum on the ground.
Yeah, I have heard stories. It's one of those things, when I go to Japan, if I ever manage to get to Japan, I have heard stories that their subways are so clean and so pristine there. Like, there's not a single piece of trash, not a single piece of gum. It's just like an entire nation of conscientious individuals. It's just really interesting to me. Sounds
pretty great.
Something really to be admired, like conscientiousness. And anyway, but yeah, so now I'm trying to think of another smooth transition because that other one worked so well. So I'm trying to manufacture a new one.
You know, we're just doing goodwill to men.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Yeah, I was thinking more like God provides and not being afraid. Like, because like prepping. No, yours is great too because we have a Goodwill Haul. So goodwill to men. We need to forget it, wipe it from your memory. Don't remember, because around Christmas time we'll do a Goodwill Haul and then you can do that joke again. You remember, you guys don't. So yeah, I don't know. We went to Goodwill. Like, I had a little Goodwill haul. I just thought, like I said, we're kind of keeping it positive, giving you guys some encouragement. And I think one of the things for me that I love so much, and I don't know, it's just like a thing that happens in my life, right? You can vouch for me on this. I will get a sudden urge to go to Goodwill, because this is not something that I do often. I don't go like every day, every week even. But all of a sudden I will feel like I need to go. And then I will go. And then when I go, I find like a bunch of stuff that I've been looking for.
Yeah, we're not into purchasing random crap that we don't need.
Yeah.
We're into getting rid of random crap that we don't need.
Right.
So yeah, we don't just go buy stuff because it's cheap or
yeah.
It's stuff that we're going to use.
Right. And I don't always know what I'm going to get, obviously, when I walk in, because I don't, but there's always like a running list in my head of things that I'm kind of watching out for. And it is just so funny to me how many like completely random awesome deals I get. Like, I do have a Goodwill haul on the channel that was, I think, more spectacular than this, but this was like sweeter to me. Like, it was just another amount, like your story encouraged me, and then this haul, we just did this yesterday, also just deeply encouraged me again that God is still, like, he's still good, he provides, we don't have to fear the future, and it's just little things like this. And so you can share the haul. Do you want to start? And Adam even got stuff. Like, that's crazy. Like, he doesn't normally get stuff.
I was never finding anything at Goodwill.
Yeah.
My thing at Goodwill is I go to the like tool and random mechanical stuff section. Most of my life being a mechanic and working on stuff, I look for stuff that people don't know what it is, and hopefully get a little gold nugget somewhere buried in the piles of Goodwill things. But we almost never find anything that's whole and unbroken. But this time there was a little plastic bag full of tools, with every one of the tools poking out of the bag because they were pointy and the bag was plastic. But it looked like stuff that I could use and needed. So I bought this little bag of tools. It was $7.50. I got 4 tools.
Well, that one's about me.
This one's about her. It's just a little pair of pruning snips. They work awesome. I went outside and chopped stuff with them yesterday. If I were to buy one of these new, right about $10 or $12.
Yeah, but these are solid. These are old.
Yeah, these are pretty nice.
So these are like well-made old things. You can't get this anymore.
Yeah, so they're probably more like a $30 pair of shears.
So yeah, they obviously need to be cleaned up a little bit, but also, right? I've been wanting new pruning shears for forever. So he was so funny. He's like, gosh, I don't know if I should get this bag because it's got like this random thing, like cutter in it or something.
I couldn't tell what it was because it was all kind of wrapped up.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know, I don't need some random. So he was gonna not buy the whole bag because of this, because he was like, I don't need that. And I was like, just buy it. Like, you can find, because these other 3 things are great, but just buy it. And then when he opened it up when he got home, he's kind of like, they're pruning shears. I was like, ah! It's like, that was for me. So yes. Anyway.
There were 2 pairs of locking pliers, 2 larger sizes, which I don't have at the house, that I've been wanting to get. They're just Chinese made. They're not anything great, but they work, and each one of these is about, if you bought them, cheap Chinese ones, they're about $7 each. But they work fine. They're a little dirty. Pretty much all the tools are a little bit dirty, need to get cleaned up. And then there was a Craftsman 8-inch adjustable wrench. And the cool thing about this one is it's old, and it's made in USA. In 2010, Craftsman transferred the manufacturing of their tools to China, and their quality went down significantly, so much so that I don't purchase Craftsman tools anymore, because my stuff did not break. But this is an old US made Craftsman wrench, and it works perfectly. It is a tiny bit dirty, just have to clean it up. A brand new Chinese made one of these is about $15. I feel like this one is much more valuable, even though it was probably $15 back in the 90s when it was made. Yeah, this will work awesome for many things. Yeah. I don't use adjustable wrenches very often for very many things because I have wrenches. It's always better to use the correct size wrench, but these are awesome for car toolkits, because if you don't want to carry 10 different size wrenches, you can use one of these, and it works some of the time. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, for $7.50 I got all those things, and all of them will be useful.
Yes.
So that's
awesome.
all for me.
I love it when you start talking about things.
Okay.
You're just like so knowledgeable and so like, I don't know. I wish you could be on the channel more. No pressure. He's very busy. So that's not like a criticism. I'm just saying, gosh, we got to figure out how to get you on there more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could teach so much and talk about so much. You're so smart. Anyway. Yep. I love it. But yeah, I want to say, I know that we know, but I feel like I like to say, like, because when you say, oh, they're made in China and they're crap and all this, that obviously the issue is poor manufacturing.
Yes.
No matter where it is.
Yep.
Like, it's not necessarily saying that everything from China is crap. It's just the quality goes down because it's companies are using them to save money.
Yes.
So now they are cutting corners, and now it is garbage.
Yes. The companies are paying a certain amount of money for the tool, and that tool is being manufactured to those parameters.
Right.
With basically subpar materials.
Lower
and,
quality parts. And,
yeah.
Sorry.
So, it's not to say that everything that's made in the U.S. is great, but I have U.S.-made Craftsman tools that I've been using for 20 plus years,
right.
Professionally, and they're better.
Well, it's just kind of all around, and it's not necessarily U.S., although we are very proud Americans. I love my country, but I also recognize that it's like the shifting of time, right? Older things tend to be higher quality, so it becomes very exciting to find an old version of something, because it's gonna last even still like another 50 years.
Yeah.
But stuff is not made like that anymore.
They used to build, when Craftsman tools started, they were making lifetime warranty tools, and that was something that didn't really happen, but they were building tools that would last for a lifetime. So it's not like they were just putting a lifetime warranty on stuff like they do now, and it's so cheap that it doesn't hurt them when they have to give you a free one, but it hurts you because the tool is broken, and now you have to go to the store and do your warranty thing, and it's annoying. It's better just to have something good.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so my things, I'm always on the lookout for nice clothes for my girl, and so I found this dress. It's just a nice kind of, it looks like it's going to end up being like 3/4 length sleeve. I don't think that's a long sleeve.
I don't think so.
For a size 6.
Not for my daughter.
With your kind of freakishly long arms. They're amazing though. But yeah, you do kind of famously have very long arms. I don't know if we've talked about that on the channel yet.
I don't know.
But anyway, this is just a really sweet little dress, and nothing is wrong with it. It looks beautiful. It's a size 6/7. She is very quickly moving into that size. So by the time it is cool enough again for her to wear this in like November, she can start wearing stuff down to here, and a dark color. It will definitely fit. So I'm excited. So it is an Old Navy, and I'm really excited about that too, because we were just recently shopping in an Old Navy, and I used to think that Old Navy was inexpensive, but dresses like this at Old Navy are like $30 now. So I'm very happy to find this. It was $5.50. It was not on sale at all, but I just got a little dress. This,
if you see me smiling, this bird out here is being so awesome.
We should just film it here.
It's doing a little dirt bath thing over here. It's awesome.
Yeah, let's. They're so cute. Okay, so the next thing, what I just said before I started the camera, I was like, you're interrupting me. Comeuppance, right? For me. Always interrupting him. But this is one of the sweet things. So I think I've talked many times on the channel, and some of you guys know, I have visions for what I want this channel to be like as soon as I have better equipment, as soon as I have both for filming, because I just like film on my phone, and editing. My laptop is over 10 years old, and I actually edit on my phone and so once I have better equipment, I want to start doing much higher quality videos, kind of like my vision. I'm practicing, trying to do some things now with what I have. But anyway, one of the things I really want is to have a very kind of aesthetic, natural kitchen. I want that for myself too, not just to show off for YouTube, but I watch a lot of gourmet vegetarian kitchen, and I have been wanting basket strainers for like a really long time. And so I've looked at them online. They're always really expensive. Like honestly, baskets are kind of surprisingly expensive. They're not cheap. So anyway, I found these. I knew what they were immediately because they look similar to something that she has used on her channel. But both of these were $5 and they look beautiful. But look at those. I'm still so excited. And there's just like 2 sizes of basket strainers, and they might even be steamers. I haven't done a ton of research yet on exactly what a function of a basket like this would be, but Gourmet Vegetarian Kitchen is based in, I want to say Thailand. If I get that wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure she's based in Thailand. And she just has so many really beautiful, naturally made kitchen tools like this, and she uses baskets as strainers all of the time, and I just always thought that's so beautiful, and so I've been wanting them, and so all of a sudden there they were, and I got them. So I have them now, and you know, at some point in a video you'll see me like rinsing berries in one of these, and I'm gonna be squealing the whole time. There will be a music over the video, but I'm gonna be rinsing berries, just going ah! And the next thing, which I thought was funny, I have also been wanting to get a pasta machine again. This actually only came up like a week ago or so, like a week or 2. Really, not a super long time, but I was realizing, gosh, I want a pasta machine. We actually have had a pasta machine, but as Adam said, we like to kind of donate things and kind of get rid of things we're not using. And so I ended up making the decision to donate the pasta machine because I basically never used it. But lately I've been wanting one again for multiple reasons I'm not going to get into here, but I will mention one thing: tortillas, because you can make tortillas with a pasta machine. I actually didn't know that. I was just going to try, but I found, like, actually Google filled it in for me. Make or roll tortillas with, and it was like a pasta machine like popped up. So there's stuff all over for that. So if you already have a pasta machine, it could be a use for you. But basically I found this, and it was $6.50. These are very expensive, brand new. And so it's got like everything in there. It's all completely brand new looking. So that's also another thing with Goodwill. When I look for certain kitchen tools, I really do look through them and kind of make sure that they still look good. And this is one of those kinds of things that might not get touched. It would be owned and then not get touched. So it's all brand new looking inside. It doesn't look like it's ever been touched. And so I'm happy about that. I got a pasta machine, which I have been wanting. And then continuing to build my stash of cloth napkins. And so I'm actually going to give away some of the napkins that we have, because back when I first built the stash years ago, I didn't understand how important it was to have 100% cotton. And so brand new cotton, even brand new organic cotton, is very expensive. And so it was Green Day. And so I got 4 sets of 8 total for 50 cents each. So I got 8 100% cotton, beautiful. They look like they've never been used, honestly. Red napkins for $2.
Why do they have to be cotton?
For absorbency. Because, so you know, like we have some of those that are like kind of pretty, but like
don't absorb for anything.
Yeah, you like go to wipe your face with it and you just basically like smear what's on your face. You like, yeah, coat yourself rather than actually wiping it off. So anyway, I'm going to start kind of like, because I'm going to either get rid of those or maybe put them in your rag pile. I don't know, that might be not even useful for your rag pile. But every other cloth napkin I own, with the exception of 4 of them, which we got for our wedding, like 18 years ago. Isn't that crazy? 18-year-old napkins. Hey, they're still fine. I'm not gonna get rid of them. They're still fine. With the exception of those, every one of the other ones I have purchased used exactly like this. And so even when they're not half off, it's a really good deal. 99 cents for only 2, or only 99 cents for 2, versus what you spend brand new. It's a lot more. So I get my cloth napkins at Goodwill for sure. Another thing, going with the aesthetic channel thing, I found this gorgeous hardwood bowl with a sticker on it. It is from the Hardwood Factory, Kauai, Hawaii. Hawaii is kind of famous for their production of hardwood dishes that are just really good, high quality. I actually, just out of curiosity, because I was looking to see if it's food safe, and it is. Because that's the other thing too, is like finding out, is stuff food safe? Like, you don't always know with like wood and ceramics and stuff. Like, so I try to be careful, but anyway, it is food safe. I looked it up, but apparently this is a vintage thing. This is old. It's like vintage. There was one on eBay exactly like this for $54. So anyway, I got it for $4.50. But anyway, that kind of goes in with the aesthetic channel as well, to have like a serving dish. And but I don't know, also because I am ridiculously head over heels in love with wooden dishes. I just am. So I love the feel of it. I love the weight of it. I don't know, it just feels good in your hands. Anyway, I don't know, I'm very tactile, so I really love wooden things. The final thing I think is another funny story about like provision and like perfect timing, right? This was hilarious, actually. So I saw this set, again, it's Green Day. They were 50 cents each, not 99 cents. My best friend on this earth, we've been friends since 6th grade. So, well, I mean, basically our entire lives at this point. Her favorite color is yellow. And so these are a really nice yellow, kind of clear teacup. You can't really see the yellow very well. I don't know if that, anyway. They're just really cute, like vintage looking little teacups. And I liked them myself, but I thought of her immediately. And I texted her a picture and told her there's 8 of them, you know, it would be $4 total for all of these teacups. She's kind of like us, like downsizing. She doesn't get a lot of stuff, but I do know she loves yellow. And I sent her the picture anyway, and then I didn't think about it. After we left the store, I decided that I would like to get a drink. And so we were looking for a coffee shop that was near, that I knew was in the city where we were. But I didn't know exactly where it was. I kind of knew how to get there from one direction, because this is an area of town that we're not normally in. And so we left, excuse me, we ended up doing this really weird long circuitous thing to get back to the spot where we would turn, and then I would know how to get to the coffee shop that I was thinking of, like after, you know, after we had made this really long thing, and then like we turned. So the funny thing is, while we were doing this super long drive, or not super long, it was like 3 or 4 minutes, my friend texted me and said, "Oh yeah, I'll take those." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Only if you have time," because I told her that we had already left or something. And I was like, "Hey, it's no big deal. We're kind of going back towards that area anyway, because I wanted to go to this little shop or whatever." So then we turn in, and it turns out that the coffee shop is in the same parking lot as the Goodwill. But like, you know, like divided at least. So it's not like pure idiocy, but like, had we turned left instead of turning right, we could have just gone, and then the coffee shop was right there. Like I said, we are not normally in this area, and I just had no clue. And I'm like on Google Maps trying to find where it is, because I'm not familiar with that area. But it was just so funny to me though, because it was actually kind of a pretty drive. And then the timing of it, like even with that silly little mistake, that gave us time to still be in the area when my friend texted me, and then we just went right back, and then we came out of the little coffee shop, and then we were back at Goodwill. And then we bought the cups, and then we came home. So it was only $4 for these 8 teacups. And oh yeah, the funny thing too was she texted me, and she responded, and she was like, "I was just about to start looking for teacups." And so it was like, oh, it's just like perfect. I don't know, the whole thing was just perfect. Perfect timing, perfect everything. So yeah. I don't know. I just felt super encouraged and super uplifted, you know. So yeah. Yeah, that's that. So actually now, because we've paused and we looked at the cute birds and stuff, I actually don't know how long we have been filming, because we've been filming about 10 minutes since we stopped and started again.
Yeah, maybe we should just close it out.
We should. We have some good stuff to bring to you guys, but you know, maybe we could say it just in words and then do another video like showing the visual.
Yeah.
So as an encouragement though, like like I said, we want to be positive and encouraging, but also, you know, we do need wisdom to take action and do things to take care of our families. And so it's an encouraging thing, a reminder, again, like if you just kind of don't know where to start or where you are, to look at how many calories your family needs each day. Go to a BMR calculator, that's the basal metabolic rate, of each person in your family, and enter the details, and then get a list and come up with a number that you need per day for your family. And then you can extrapolate that over food that you have in your house and do a calorie inventory, and then make sure, or then you can know for sure whether or not you have enough food. So we have figured out, for us, our calorie total per day for our family is 11,878 calories. Multiplied out over 2 weeks for a 2-week supply, we would need 166,000 calories, essentially. And so that works out to usually about 2 25-pound bags of beans and 2 25-pound bags of rice, typically. So it's just like 100 pounds of food is a 2-week supply for our family of 5.
Yep.
So that's with nothing else, only that. So that's just as an idea to give you a starting point. Most 25-pound bags of beans are between 40 and 50,000 calories. Most 25-pound bags of rice are actually a little closer to 50,000. They're like 48,000 usually, something like that. And so it's kind of an encouraging thing, I think, that if you're completely overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, maybe just get yourself just like a couple of bags of beans, a couple of bags of rice. Learn how to cook it without power, and you will, you know, have enough for your family.
Yeah, and you can pick up that stuff for less than $100.
Yeah, it's at least still, anyway, it's still a cheap way to start.
I was at Costco today. They had 50-pound bags of rice for $32. So
Okay.
it's just, you know, basic rice.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not something that's completely out of the realm of possibility. So, and then obviously other things as well, you know, learning your fresh foods, but you know, we don't need to overwhelm you, but as far as like your basics, just get that, and then you will have enough calories in your house to feed your family for at least 2 weeks. And so, yeah, it's a good place to start. So just as an encouraging thing, that is all it takes, but also as maybe without being discouraging, there's like a blessing and then a caution in that as well, right? That like that amount, it looks like a lot. Like I even had a friend who was telling me, oh yeah, we're set, I got a 25-pound bag of beans, we're set. And they have a family of 5 too. And it's like maybe a little sobering because visually it looks like a ton of food.
Yeah.
But that's only a 2-week supply. So it's both.
That's not a 2-week supply.
Well, not a single 25-pound bag of beans, no. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's a little sobering. Like this is only good for 2 weeks. What if I needed longer than that? And then that's where you start realizing, okay, we need to start getting some stuff together to store more and, you know, figure that out.
Yeah, it's just really doable.
Yeah.
Even on a budget, it's really doable.
Especially if you're vegan.
Yeah. Even if you're not vegan, it's still really doable on a budget. You just eat beans and rice.
Right.
But
right.
But yeah, if you got no preps, food-wise, beans and rice is an awesome way to start. Yeah. Stores easily, and it's dirt cheap.
Yeah. And then also as kind of a reminder, even say you don't have even $32 extra to spend, that just buying smaller bags.
Yeah.
It's more expensive.
$2 a pound.
Yeah, it is more expensive technically in the long run, but if all you have is maybe $5 to throw towards a prep, get a couple bags of beans and a couple bags of rice, or a bag of rice, a couple bags of beans or something, and start stocking like 2-pound bags instead of a 25-pound bag, and just start somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. I guess that's it. I'm gonna leave you. Although it's so hard to leave. Okay. Do you have anything else to add? No, he wants to look at these birds. We got another one doing the dance. Okay, all right.
Can't talk bird watching.
All right, as always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh, I pushed the button.
Oh, now who's messing up the button?